Today I'm going to be taking you on tags. Last time we talked about the installation process and the basics of HTML. Today I'm going to be teaching you the tags, elements in HTML. Now, in HTML we have the body tag, we have the headers tag, and we have what they call the footer. The header is simply the head of the HTML document, and the body contains the contents of the HTML. Now, the contents are always to be placed in the body tag of the HTML. The footer doesn't necessarily need to be in the body tag. I will throw more light on this later on. The footer is simply on its own. Yes, in our previous tutorial, I did forget to mention something. On my VS Code, I can simply come over here and click on Open with Live Server. What that will do for me is simply open a browser, and if you see here, it has the index.html file extension as my URL with my port 5501, and whatever I save and type into my document, that is what I would actually get. Now, for you to actually be able to do that, you need an extension called Live Server. If you head over to your extension store on your VS Code um, or whatever text editor you're using, if it's Atom, Sublime Text, or brackets, I would suggest you use VS Code as I mentioned in our previous tutorial. Simply type in live server. Now, the first one you see there is the one you're looking for. Click on install. I've already installed mine. I can't install it the second time. Now, right click and click on open with live server. Now you see it's showing here. Now on our document, if I do type anything at all, if I type h1 and I maybe just write a random text, now you notice something. I have some text documents inside my HTML. Now that is not what I'll be talking about for now. Okay, so today's topic is supposed to be focusing on the hashtag. Now the hashtag is simply different text in different sizes, different font weights, and different boards, and so on and so on. Now I will just give this one a title text and h2 as a title. Same thing goes with h3. Let me just do a copy and paste here to make it easier. H4. Now we have the h5. We have the h6. We have the h7, and so on and so on. Okay, mine is refusing to work. H7. Okay, I think that should be the highest. But you could manually create an H7 tag if you wish, but automatically I think VS Code or HTML document as HTML5 does not support up to H7. Now if I save here and I do a live reload, you notice something. Now you remember the H7 tag we tried to put in manually. Now HTML is just recognizing it as a normal text. It doesn't give it order. I think maybe it's because it's too small or short. So the highest or the smallest, if you may say, is supposed to be the H6 tag. So I will just remove that. Probably that's why my VS Code is telling me I need a body or header tag. Okay, so I think that covers it for the H tag. Now next we have the P tag. Now when you are writing a text or a letter or whatever you are writing, when you are designing a website, a magazine or anything, you simply need some content, some random text, and those texts are usually in paragraph. Now in my VS Code, I can simply just type lorem ipsum and I will simply get a short or a long word, whichever you may want to call it, a long text format just for prototyping sake. Now lorem ipsum, here it is. Now that is for the p tag. I think that should be clear enough. That is the simplest of them all. Now you have the paragraph tag. There are others, but I don't think you'll be making use of them. For now, we have others like the EM. I can simply say this is an EM tag. Now you see what I just did, but I don't think you'll be making use of it much, as I only make use of H1 and P tag often. Okay, another you can also check out. On my H1 tag, I can add something to it, like a subscript. Maybe I can say subscript 1. You notice something here, it's somehow under this H1 as a none. I can as well also choose to remove it from inside and place it outside. Now either way, it will still be small. The only reason why it was actually big in the first place was because HTML recognized it as an H1 subscript. You get. So I will be removing that. Next we are moving to the superscript. Now superscript is the text that usually appears on the top of the text. Now let's say this is a soup. Now you see what happened, saying this is a soup. Now this usually comes in handy whenever I need to write maybe um, a p tag, and I said this service costs $40 and I want to add a superscript to it. I can simply do a superscript tag and say 50 cents. So that'll be $40.50, as you can see here. Now that's usually comes in handy a lot. By using that for a recent project I just did. Now please do well to like, subscribe and share this video, as it will help me a lot. Now next tutorial